Today we're trying out the Silvercrest Induction Hob. We picked this up from the middle of Lidl and it was $29.99. So it looks a handy piece of kit. It is programmable with 8 automatic programs. They're already built in. It looks a reasonable size. It says quick and energy efficient cooking. Has an easy care special glass surface, 10 power and temperature settings ranging from 200 to 2000 watt and 60 to 240 degrees, 8 automatic programs which include keep warm, braise, milk, boost, water, deep fry, soup and stew. And it does have an automatic shut off after 120 minutes. It has a child lock on here too. So let's get this out of the box and see what we're looking at. So this looks really nice and it's a good size. It has a long 2-meter cable and it has the touch panel control with the built-in programs. There are 2 circles on here, minimum and maximum, to show you the size of pans or pots you can use. And just to see, this is a 3-litre pan and it isn't filling the maximum line. So let's switch this on and see how it works. The user manual is very thorough. It tells you what the functions are and how to use them. It gives you a guide on what type of cookware to use, because not everything will work with an induction type hob. It simply won't work if you use anything that's not compatible. It tells you exactly how to use the timers and the delay timer, how to use it manually, and how to use the cooking modes. And there are a handful of recipes in here as well. If you're using the stew function, there's a recipe there for beef in red wine, chicken and mushroom risotto for using with the simmer function, Japanese fried chicken for using the deep fry mode, and a potato soup for using the soup mode. So we're plugged in and this is now ready to use. The screen shows an L and that just means it's in standby mode. We've got the child lock feature here. Press and hold it for 2 seconds to activate and to turn it off. And you can use that child lock while it's switched off, while it's switched on, or during cooking. Now the fan that's built into this is a little bit louder than I thought it would have been, but it's not too bad. When you're ready to use it, switch on, press and hold the power, and that comes on. You do have to have your pot or pan on here ready to go. If you switch it on and there's no pot or pan on it, you won't be able to use any of the features and it'll just show the error code. When you turn it off, the fan does run for a few seconds. Once your food's ready to cook and your pan or pot is on there, you can simply turn it on and select any of the preset functions, or you can use the manual program and put in your own power, temperature, and even use the timer. Just taking a look in that manual at the cooking modes, it tells you the mode and has a description of what each pre-programmed mode does. So for instance, the boost button you can use during any program, and it runs at full power for 30 seconds and then switches back to the previous power level, temperature or function. The milk has a continuous heating at a maximum temperature of 60 degrees, so it's especially suited to milk because it will stop it burning, and it heats for 20 minutes. And in here it also tells you what the default setting of those modes are, and whether you can adjust the temperature, power, whether you can use the timer and the delay timer. And you can use the timer and delay timer for some of those functions, but not for others. If you want to override the temperature, power, or the timer of any of the programs, once you start the program up, you can simply use the plus and the minus keys to adjust it. If you want to use the delay timer, which you can use with reheat, soup, milk and stew, you quite simply turn it on, use the timer, adjust how long you want it to go before it starts, plus and minus. You can change that in 10-minute increments if you press and hold, same going down. And then once you've selected the program, the timer will count down, and once that gets to 0, the cooking program will begin. So I'm just going to try this out today with some milk. I'm going to boil some milk on the preset milk program, and I'm going to delay it because I'm not quite ready for it. So let's try that delay function as well. So there you have it, that's the Silvercrest Induction Hob. I think this is fantastic. What a great piece of kit. I think it's ideal for a busy family to use for quick and energy efficient cooking when you're prepping meals in advance. I like the delay timer on it, and I like the built-in functions and the fact that you can override them. It's a really neat piece of kit. I think it will come in handy if you live in a small apartment, or if you're having your kitchen renewed and you need to use something on a temporary basis. I would keep the manual handy because you do need to refer to that for the programs. But this is something we'll definitely use on a regular basis. So we'll add this to our Middle of Lidl playlist, and hopefully someone's found that useful. Thanks for watching.